So you were touching on it just recently, but I'm gonna ask that question anyways. Who are your biggest influences on guitar and musicians in general? Because we grow up like we were talking about before we shot this. Our tastes change throughout our lives, so we go through many different phases. So we like one thing at another point in our life, even before we became an artist, if we're an artist. Then you grow up and you find something cooler, something different, then you're attracted to that. So
Wow,
even
yeah.
throughout your lifetime, what your influence as a kid, when you grew up, and what you're
Holy
listening
cow.
to now, and who your influences are as a guitar player and as a musician overall. So go ahead and blabber on about
You
that.
have got to be kidding me. I mean,
No,
I'm
not.
52 years old now.
You're 21.
Okay, I'm 21. If I was 21, when I was 21, what was big in my life then? So let's take it from a certain point there. How about I grew up listening to singer-songwriter stuff, a lot of folky stuff in a sense,
Yeah.
but also a lot of progressive stuff. My dad and my sister were heavily into progressive music, so therefore, what was really great is my sister Connie's buying albums, my dad's buying albums. I'm listening to those albums, right?
Yeah.
So I'm talking like Genesis, yes, Rush. Rush was huge,
Oh, yeah,
right?
man.
Because I mean, we're in Buffalo, New York.
Yeah.
Rush, man. I mean,
Yeah, why not?
they were absolutely one of my faves. Also, my dad listened to tons of Pink Floyd and Jethro Tull,
Oh,
so
yeah.
that was always on. And so that was like in the '70s, and radio was kind of cool back then too. After it changed from the AM to the FM format, because Dad we'd like actually like clean our house and stuff all together as a family, like on Saturdays. And Dad would put WPHD on, and it would always have all the progressive music. And back then, they weren't limited to playing just the hits. They would play really, really deep cuts.
Yeah, that's
They
what we
played
need.
anything off the album.
That's what
so
we need.
You were hearing amazing music all the time. So it was that kind of music was always in my life. It was the progressive stuff, some of the folkier stuff. I liked Jackson Browne and Warren Zevon and stuff like that. Stuff was really like. Kind of like it just blended in because it took it in a different way because those guys are writing really cool, interesting melodies and lyrics. The lyrics of those bands were cool. Also, I was listening to stuff like Frank Zappa. Also,
Oh yeah, amazing. His son's a great player too, Dweezil.
yeah,
I saw
always
him
liked
over
Dweezil.
last summer, and the
I was
drama
at
that's
that show.
going on with that family. His siblings are ratting him out because he's trying to make money, but he's trying to keep his dad's legacy alive.
Yeah,
And that was one of the coolest shows I've been to, and that guy is an amazing player.
he is.
Real good player. So
fantastic.
he's doing his dad some real good justice. If you get a chance to check out Dweezil Zappa shows, do it. Get off your ass and go check out a Dweezil show because that guy's doing his father's music a real good justice. And it's very fun. I haven't even heard every Frank Zappa song because the guy has like hundreds of albums.
Dude, there's
This
so
guy's
much.
rivaling Buck with that Buckethead guy.
There's a lot of stuff.
I mean,
There's
he's got a
stuff.
lot of music, and I only have heard, I don't know, a couple hundred songs out of a lot more he's probably made.
Absolutely. After that, it was the biggest influence was metal. Then metal just took over my life after that.
Heavy fucking metal.
Dude, back then, it was definitely like Scorpions and Priest and Maiden.
Priest, Maiden.
Those were the bands right then. I liked a band from New York City, Riot. They were fantastic. I use that word a lot today. Sorry, yeah, it was all metal. It was metal from I would say the whole '80s was total metal. And then, obviously things changed in the '90s again. I mean, I still followed metal, but metal
Alice in
started.
Chains.
Metal started, yeah, and I was an AIC fan, so that's. But I also liked some other bands too. I mean, you like a lot of different progressive stuff that's coming about. Obviously, like Queensryche and Fates Warning and stuff.
Yeah.
Those were bands that still continued. I still enjoyed them well into the '90s, and I still like them today. Influences. I don't know, man. Too many, right?
Yeah, that's what interviews is for. Go ahead and rattle them off, dude. That's the whole point. Have fun.
Oh my God, I would say guitar-wise, one of my earliest guitar influences was definitely Gary Moore.
Good choice.
He was that guy, man. It was just like he got so much out of a note that it was so inspirational to me. And then I was lucky enough when I was in the Navy back in '86 to see him at the Hammersmith Odeon.
I wasn't even born.
He was doing his Run for Cover tour, and it was, wow, what a fabulous show that was. I was really lucky to see that show. And other influences, I mean, I love the dual guitar attack kind of stuff of the '80s, especially like Queensryche was,
Oh, yeah.
DeGarmo and Wilton were probably my faves of the time.
Oh, yeah.
but Matheos and Aresti from Fates Warning again, huge.
Melody's big, man. That's why I love dual parts, and I've written some of my own music. It's beautiful as long as you don't overdo them.
Yeah.
Real good.
No, and so I mean, you take the metal stuff, and then, singing wise, yeah, who knows? It's all over the place when it comes to singing. But honestly, if I would say one guy that I've loved more than just about anyone over the years is actually a Canadian artist. His name is David Usher, and he plays in a band called Moist, and a lot of solo albums too. And people wouldn't expect me to say that, so.
The only thing you said Usher, and I'm thinking about that rap artist. I don't even know who this guy is.
No, man.
David
Is he
Usher. In a rock band? Who is this?
This is
guy?
a rock. He's a rock artist, man.
Okay, cool.
Canadian rock artist. Yeah. So check out Moist. They're really cool. They were in the alternative vein,
Oh, sorry, dude. That's just a really weird band name. I gotta say that right now.
Moist. Well,
as our camera guy was just laughing like Moist. That's just a weird.
I'm gonna say that a couple more times, Mike. This is going in a different direction again. Here we go. But Moist. Moist is a great name.
I can't right now.
So I guess we're gonna get them extra publicity this way, right?
All
No,
right.
David Usher was a great singer, and
I'm gonna have to check it out.